Hey there everybody, Jake the OneManBand here, and you know what this episode is all about? That is right, episode 1 of volume 2 of RWBY has premiered. You guys have seen it, I've already seen it, but I just saw it again, and it was even more epic the second time. So why don't you go watch it a second time, or a third time, or a fourth time, I don't really care. Anyway, to any of you guys who are new to the way I do the week-by-week RWBY episode reviews, basically I make a list on some things that really stood out to me, and I'm just going to go down the line, talk about the points that I found interesting in chronological order, and then after that I go from there, make connections, and yeah, stuff like that. So let's get started, shall we? Alrighty, first off, you can already see that there is a big leap forward in just animation quality. I mean, there's no more silhouette people, and it's awesome. I really like it how they've progressed. It's a healthy progression, and it's far better than I would have expected them to come in just 1 year. So anyway, let's get started. We saw that the From Dusk Till Dawn shop is being reopened, obviously from being broken into in the first episode of of Volume 1, and we get introduced to Emerald Green and Mercury Black firsthand. So, what can we tell about them? They're obviously criminals. We see Emerald as a pickpocket, Mercury, he's just more like brooding hired muscle. I mean, he just seems like a guy who just wants to punch something really hard. So it's obvious that Mercury and Green, they're a team, you know. She's kind of the brain, more finesse, stealth type. He's more of the rock'em sock'em robots kind of guy that just wants to go punch things and stuff along those lines, stuff like that. It's obvious that they've just arrived in Vale. From where? We have no idea. Probably from some underground bunker secret headquarters that Cinder has. And where do we see them go? We see them go to a bookshop, and in the bookshop they talk to the owner, Tuxton, and they're talking about books that he has, and they mention the book Third Crusade. Now here's the real kicker. Is that an actual book, or is it maybe like a White Fang password? You know, kind of like you say a certain phrase and then they know that you're part of the organization. That way they were kind of confirming his identity and stuff like that. Or maybe is it the Third Crusade is some part of their master plan? Now, obviously if you know about the Crusades, you would know that there were wars fought between Christians and Muslims over the Holy Land. So if you just take that and apply it to a book, it's probably about war on some form of borderline genocide, where it just wasn't a good thing. So either if it was just a book about a horrific event that they're going to be using for future plans, or if it was some sort of password, either way it doesn't work out well for our friend Tuxton. They end up killing him because he was going to run away from the White Fang. So it's obvious that the White Fang is taking steps forward that is even scaring some of their members away. So the White Fang is even becoming more extreme than it already was, scaring away people like Tuxton to even flee the country. Alright, from then it then goes back to Beacon Academy, where we find our favorite two teams, sorta, our two main teams, Team RWBY and Team Juniper, in the cafeteria, and it's in a position in the year where they're on break. They're still living at Beacon Academy, but they're on break due to what RWBY was saying with second semester is starting up, and at the end of the year there's going to be a tournament. It's going to be freaking awesome. And also, when it first starts, we get a look at Blake's notebook, and she has been sketching Adam, him personally, and his emblem. So what this means to me, they're bringing Adam back. Yes! So excited! He is awesome. Not only do we see that, but we are also introduced to another member of Sun's team, Neptune. He's the good-looking, blue-haired guy who was walking with Sun in the episode. Now, while they were talking, Sun was telling Neptune about Blake being a Faunus, and that it being a secret, and that he shouldn't go telling Scarlet the moment he turns his back. Now, I believe that Scarlet is another member of Sun Wukong's team. So, if that's true, we have Sun, Neptune, and Scarlet. There's only one more member left in the team that is yet to be confirmed. There are a few rumors and speculations going around on who is actually in the team, what the team's name is. Right here. It's going to be coming up right here somewhere. So, we have yet to see those, but we're one step closer. And the next thing. Most epic food fight ever of all time. This giant food fight. I mean, what better way to start out a volume with a fight? And since we couldn't actually get enemy and good guy to fight each other, why not have the two most powerful teams fight each other in a food fight? How do I know they're the most powerful teams? Because everyone else ran away. When they saw that Team Juniper and Team RWBY were gonna fight, they all ran for their lives. Because you saw the devastation they did to that cafeteria. Oh man, it must be awesome to be that badass. Alright, here's some things that I noticed about the whole food fight thing. One, the people like Grapes and Dr. Piper, drinks. I think those are just so witty. I mean, people like Grapes, don't they? Yeah, they do. And also, the use of foodstuffs as weapons. First off, those baguettes are the strongest thing in the world. I mean, I don't know about you, but baguettes don't really stay together when you hit things with them. I mean, it might be something that I should test in the future. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll make a whole video about the destructive capabilities of food from the food fight. Wait for it, it's coming. So we all saw instances where the characters used foodstuffs as representations of their weapons, such as the baguettes and the turkey gauntlets and the melon hammer and stuff like that. But one thing really stood out to me. That was Lai Ren's use of the leeks. Now, his weapons are the dual pistols with the garter blades. Now, he was using them as swords. So this really shows me that he has experience using weapons besides martial arts and his dual pistols. So he is adept with other weaponry. So he's going to be hard to beat if he's ever separated from his weapons and has to use something else. We also see a lot of Team RWBY and Team Juniper showing off their semblances. Blake's short teleportation ability, Yang's explosive blood rage, Pyrrha's super strength as she throws a table full of watermelons at Team RWBY. We obviously see an overpowered Pyrrha attack with the soda cans. She goes Magneto on us, okay? And then, of course, we have RWBY's speed bullet tornado, which completely devastates Team RWBY. So we get to see almost all of their semblances showed off. The only ones we didn't really see were Ren's and Jean's, I believe. They were the only two that they really didn't show off their semblance. Next thing, Glenda Goodwitch comes storming in, you know, all mad like any teacher and adult would be, and she puts the cafeteria back together. Now this shows me that she has some form of innermost magical ability. It isn't just dust that she uses in magic. She can also just use basic telekinesis magic, due to the fact that she was able to put everything back without using dust. But she was still using her riding crop as a form of wand. So maybe she has to use her riding crop as a sort of vessel to channel her magical energy. And then we had the whole Glenda Goodwitch talking about how they're supposed to be the defenders of the world, Ozpin telling her to let it go because they won't have this, childhood forever, basic cryptic stuff like that that we saw in the trailer. Next, we bounce back to the bad guys, Team Cream, which is Cinder, Emerald, Mercury, and Roman. Yeah, stuff like that. So, Mercury and Emerald, they're returning back to the secret lair, which is some broken down warehouse where, you know, Roman's being Roman, being pretty freaking awesome. Now, due to Cinder's sudden appearance in the episode when she just waltzes in and seeing how much it unnerves Roman, it's obvious that Roman is scared of Cinder. Like, not in the healthy way, but in the I better listen to what she says or else she's going to kill me form of way. Oh, also, did you guys catch the like a puma joke? If you haven't, then you have to go watch the episode again. And then come back when you get the joke. Another thing about Cinder, when she's talking to Mercury and Emerald about them taking out Tuxton, she says that she wanted them to keep a low profile and that they shouldn't think, but obey. So this obviously shows that Cinder doesn't want thinking personnel. She wants personnel who will just do as she says. She wants drones that she wants to control. And it makes her even more scary by just saying that. Next, we see Roman basically shows off all the dust that he's collected. Just metric giant tons of dust crystals, vials, and rounds. So, are those the 3 different types of dusts that are used in modern everyday life and in battle? Crystals, vials, and rounds. I believe vials are kind of more along the lines of, like, dust form of dust, like powder form of dust. Crystals are obviously crystals, and rounds go in weaponry. And then when Roman wants Cinder to tell him what's next in the plan, she tells him to have a little faith and that he'll know what he needs to know when he needs to know it. So obviously, as much as Roman is afraid of Cinder, Cinder doesn't trust Roman all that much either. Real healthy relationship they got going on. Classic bad guy stuff. And lastly, Cinder says that they are done with dust and that they're moving on to Phase 2. What exactly is Phase 2? Why did they need that much dust? Maybe it has something to do with Frecklefang. I have no idea. Once again, it's just the first episode, and all they've done is tease us again! But so happy now, because now we just gotta wait until next week. And then episode 2 will be out and everything will be great again, and then we'll have even more questions. Some answers will be given, but then more questions. Anyway, that's about all the time I have for this one. If there's anything you think I missed, go ahead and leave it in the comments below. And basically how I'm going to be going along these weekly review things, I'm going to be doing the episode review once a week. I'm going to try to get it out either the day after or 2 days after the episode comes out. It all depends on how my schedule is like. And then every every third episode, I'm going to do a feedback video to you guys where comments you leave and questions that you give me, I'm going to try to answer them, give some insight to you guys about them. So, once again, any comments of things you think I missed, put them down in the comments. Questions, put them down in the comments. I love to read every single comment, every single question, and it's just brain fuel. It keeps my brain going, and then I'll give it back to you guys. Also, I hope to personally just get in touch with a few of you guys. We can collab on some ideas, anything along those lines. I mean, I got a Facebook, I got a Twitter feed, so if you guys just want to talk, you know, shoot the crap, I don't care. I got some free time every once in a while, so if you ever just want to talk, go ahead and shoot me a friend request, a tweet, whatever. Just do it. It's fun. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. I'm out there in YouTube land. go back and watch RWBY Volume 2, Episode 1 about a dozen more times, and we will wait until next week. I'll see you guys then. Yeah!